Opening my tea party just for you. Who is that? It's Ririna, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. It's time to play EX01 Grand Blue. I know we have a couple of extra story and interludes that we have to get through before we can finally play chapter 13. So that's what I am planning to do. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into for this Grand Blue one, but you know, I guess we'll see how it goes. So I guess we'll get started. Start of summertime, eh? Hello there, friend. Yes, I know. How foolish it is to imagine a friend for myself, isn't it? But foolish though I may be, I'm willing to believe that you are good, or at least one that is trustworthy. After all, you are my imagination. Oh, that breaks my heart. Imaginary friends, everyone. We all had one of those, maybe, right? Back in the day? What was your imaginary friend like? I think mine was... Actually, I think it was my sister. Because I used to play with my sister a lot. And so if she wasn't there, then I would pretend that she's there. I don't think I actually had like a true imaginary friend because of that, but makes me curious what your imaginary friend was like, if you had one. I can't betray myself now, can't I? There are some things that I must and can only tell you. Oh? I don't know if I can even live until tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, it's foolish, pure distilled foolishness. Foolishness is a sign that maybe there is some kind of truth to it for you. But still, please listen to what I have to say. About the truth and what we've just realized about this world. About things that might go poof without a trace after today. About things that might change what common sense means. Before the real battle begins, a myriad of events will take place. You do hear me, do you? You're not ignoring these seemingly meaningless words of mine, are you? My friend. Who are you? What are you? Oh, is it me? Oh my gosh, it's me. Oh my god. I don't know how I feel about that. Ririna, yes. Ririna! Ririna! Oh, you! How can you fall asleep at a regular briefing? Well, you did get it rough in Kowloon. I guess you do need a little rest, maybe? Speaking of, this still feels a little surreal. Lucia. Memories flash past you. You seem to still feel Lucia leaning on your back. The scent, the smell of vital fluid, the lingering warmth of her heat ventilation. Could the briefing before you be but a dream? Are you perhaps still in Kowloon with Lucia still leaning against you? You know, speaking of vital fluid, I wonder if it smells just like blood. Or if it just doesn't have a scent. That's just something I'm curious about. Because I know that they have to make sure that they are the closest that they can be for as humans. That way they won't have mind deviation. But it makes me wonder if that includes scent. And if their vital fluid also smells like blood, and like just how much is their scent like super, I guess it's like normal level of humans. I have the weirdest like thoughts. And then speaking of that, it's like, if for females especially, do they get their, maybe this is a little TMI, but do they get their period? maybe not. Since I guess for some of them it was when they were younger, so they don't have that kind of memory. But I wonder for the ones that are older than did it, I wonder if they have to have that kind of functionality in their construct frame. That's a weird thought process maybe. But it is something I question, you know? Like, how close do they need to be to a human function, like body functionality wise, in order for their mind to not deviate? Especially for females, it's like really makes me curious if they don't do that, maybe because it's too much work or something. I don't know. That's probably too much work actually, but it is something I'm curious about. Like just what percent is it considered good so that they don't get mind deviation? Ririna, yes, yeah, I'm sorry. The feeling of silica slightly smacking your head brings everything sharply back to reality. Yes, I needed that. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Sorry, I was just spacing out, you know, thinking about how constructs need to be close to human body functionalities and all that. This is the flimsiest response for daydreaming that I've ever seen. What's wrong? Ririna did great work in Kowloon. There's no need to be so harsh, eh? I'm just reminding Ririna to rest. Come to think of it, we've all been crammed with missions after missions. You're telling me? Even with your excellent performance, we might have been overworking you all. Oh, you think? How about this? Why don't I give you folks a vacation? Now that a few safe zones have been established on the surface, this should be doable. Oh? In that case, can I join them, President? See, I've basically been working 7 days a week for Here's the thing. I love to say yes, and that's the worst line that you could ever hear from your boss. But... okay, what's the reason this time? I need someone to help me chair the reconstruction of Kowloon Metropolis, Booming City, and K44, and we have to arrange local intelligence officers for infiltration recon of the Monastery of Purity. Seeing Silica slowly rolling her eyes to Hassan's chatter, you feel a chuckle building up within you. Anyhow, sorry, but please understand, if I get the chance to arrange a vacation for you, I will. Definitely. Yeah, when I'm like 80 years old, maybe. Overtime pay. Double. Deal. Oh, okay, at least she's getting her pay. Okay, back to the topic. Since it's a vacation, let's also get the other squads that came back from Kowloon. Which means... yep, Grey Raven, Strike Hawk, and the others that helped out. In that case, what do we do with the location? What are you talking about? Why are you all gathered around Ririna? Feels weird to see my name all the time. President Hassan is suggesting that we send the returning squads from Kowloon to a safe zone for a vacation. In that case, I know a place. What? You do? Caribbean Sea, Area D. It was a famous beach area until Operation Acadia. Are you sure that's not Arcadia? Okay, whatever, it's fine. Now plagued with not even a single tourist, it's a better than ever vacation spot. But we don't have that many forces stationed in that area. That's because the viral density there is very low, and the garrisons there are just to keep an eye out. Besides, with the reconstruction teams working away in the other safe zones, our vacation goers won't get any peace and quiet, yeah? I see, you do have a point. He really does. That's so unexpected. I expected President Hassan to know it better, but no. You're making me change my mind, knowing such things and suggesting a great spot. President? Area D should be a good choice. It used to be the center of some integration plan of the world government. Had the best of the best entertainment from before Pupan, all in this one place. Sounds nice, looks like I don't have much of a choice. Bottling it up can mess with you. Gotta let your stress out from time to time. Oh, how nice it must be. I also wanted to go to the beach with you guys. It's not a common occasion. You should use it to get to know your teammates better. Do you remember me, Lucia? Lucia? What's wrong, Commandant? Nothing. I'm just sad that you're not the you from before, but it's okay. You're still great. Commandant, your expression doesn't seem like it's nothing. Feeling okay? I feel like I went through a lot. I might need some time to fully recover and return to my previous condition. But Asimov and President Hassan told me that I'll have the time to do so. After I recover, I can be your blade again, just like before. You tell Lucia about the vacation. A vacation? Sure. It's also a good opportunity to reacquaint with everyone, right? Yeah, there's no need to reacquaint, right? I mean, yeah, I guess. Let me see. That one's Liv, that's Lee, that's Ayla. Okay, ready. Let's go tell the others, shall we? Yeah. Lucia takes your hand and drags you out. Am I acting based on my intuitions or memories? Or am I just being the Lucia that Commandant wants me to be? I am who I am. No matter what happens, I will stay by Commandant's side. I am the leader of Grey Raven, Lucia. This will never change. Aw, Lucia. What plans are you hatching? So of course you didn't say it with good intentions, huh? You needed help, I gave it. You're not the type to recommend vacation spots, and may I remind you that Lucia's fraying. The problem about her memory data hindering her combat performance? There are enough combatants going with her. There shouldn't be any issues. Then why Area D? You'll know why when it's over. Looks like they'll need a vacation extension after this one. Never mind, I'll get it sorted out. One last thing, what did you send Cerberus to do? They went dark in our surveillance system. I might be obliged to tell you, but I prefer not to. Very well, in that case, I'll get Asimov to give a little something to Grey Raven's Commandant. A little something? To make sure it all goes well, I think your plan needs the help of that thing. What that thing? In the vast and endless sea of sand, 3 figures trudge. Why do we have to hop there on foot from the Frontlines HQ? We blew it with the Forsakers. They ain't lending us their wheelies. Come on, man. At least get Babylonia to airdrop us some of self-folding cars or something. Can you two stuff it? Keep that up and I'll just turn you two off, and then tell you about both to the mission site. You hear that, Blackjack? No more noise. Bug off, you. Oh, that was number 21. Should have known. Yo, look! We're nearing the sea. The sea is blue. It's totes different than in the Niter. Kamui, can you just stay still in your seat? Just let him. Relax. You shouldn't drop your guard even on vacation. Otherwise, you might not be ready for possible emergencies. There won't be no stinking emergencies, yeah. Else the Prez wouldn't send us on vacation. If only that was true, but no, it happened to be one of that dude's plans again. Commandant, get a word through my good old cap, yeah? It's time to relax. You should sit down, though. Relaxing's nice. See, Cap? Besides, you're already here with us. Relax, relax. Oh, look! What is it, Liv? Your gaze follows the direction Liv points. Everyone gathers around. It's the sea. The coastline quickly zips past and beneath you. The land fading out of view. The cerulean beyond engulfs the plane's windows. Whoa. Whoa indeed, Lucia. Wow. There have been missions near the sea before, but simply coming to see the sea and sea only is indeed a first. No wonder everyone is stunned. No one ever had the chance or leisure for sea viewing in the past. So pretty. It's my first time seeing the sea like this. Indeed, it's completely different from the grayish waters back on the Niter. Over 70% of Earth's surface is covered by water, so naturally there'd be many kinds of seas. Yeah. Is that so? So, what do we do on vacation anyways? Good question. I don't think I've had a vacation since I became part of Babylonia. Going on a vacation means it's time to play. No. You know what my definition of a vacation is? It's doing nothing. Lazing around, doing nothing. What about you? Do you guys think that it's time to play? Or do you think it's just rolling around on your bed? That actually sounds really nice, honestly. Doing nothing. We're flying all this way over to the Caribbean to do nothing. Yes. I find it quite difficult to comprehend. It does seem like a brain teaser to explain the concept of fun and leisure to constructs. After all, their purpose is to make war, not play. But before you reach a conclusion, a sudden bright flash illuminates the porthole. drawing everyone's attention. Whoa, what's that? A white halo above the sea surface flirts into your eyes, followed by several building outlines. That kind of looks like the game we played before. I checked the coordinates. That's Venus Splash Park. Venus Splash Park? Huh, feels familiar somehow. Attention all passengers. We are now nearing the landing site next to Venus Splash Park. Please prepare for landing. That's Venus Splash Park. Quite a sight, eh? What's Venus Splash Park? That halo? That's the skylight corridor of the park. Some Zaibatsu built this whole place. Oh, I guess it's bigger than a corporation. I'm not really sure what exactly the English word is. But after the virus broke out, everything's been free real estate. This place is the dream for a vacation. We'll be landing nearby. You can't find an airport or a runway in this stretch, so I'll hover near the pier there. You guys can hop off there. That building in the distance must be Venus Splash Park, right? Indeed. Dream Castle Splash Bar Venus, Tahiti Beach. It's so quiet in here. I'm starting to understand why they chose this place. Too quiet. Even the... Hold on, I hear fighting from the distance. Abandoned, good-for-nothing, useless pieces of trash! Commandant, the mechanoids are fighting amongst themselves, and then I didn't even get to read the whole thing. Gosh darn it, why do you do it so fast? Martini. The robot lying on the ground looks different from the others. Let's take a closer look. This robot shows no signs of infection, even though it was attacked by the corrupted. Could still be activated if we replace the broken parts. Perhaps we could make do with the parts from the corrupted parts. Let's search around. Come at me! And we should be getting rid of this robot of death. Vacation die! These look functional, but we need more. Gotta keep looking. And those are... Oh, time to farm for some parts. These should do. Let's try to fix up the broken mechanoid. Beep, beep. Hello. I am Kathy 6337, the star employee of Venus Splash Park. Kathy 6337? Yes. Kathy 6337 offers services such as park tours, finding lost objects and persons, and so on. Wait up, Kathy! You're too fast! Follow me for a tour of Venus Splash Park. Another cute robot. Everyone, this is the proud feature of Venus Splash Park, Morning Star Beach. Please have fun and relax for now. We will be following the tour schedule and enter the theme park in 1 hour. Have fun and relax, huh? Kathy, are there still hostile mechanoids lurking around? Like the ones that just attacked you? They are. Few bad colleagues recently occasionally appear. An open-air theme park, quite lively choice for relaxation. Few indeed. No more corrupted signals other than the ones we just defeated. So those were just a few strays, huh? Unsure, not enough info to decide if we should stay on high alert or not. I looked up the records of other Golden Age theme parks, and
And they don't seem to use that many mechanoids, so that might have just been a coincidence. Probably because a theme park is meant to accommodate tourists, right? You only need enough mechanoids to satisfy the needs of human tourists, so you don't need a lot of them.
You're here as well, Ayla?
Of course! I happened to be in a base nearby, so I applied to President Hassan to come over. We recovered some pretty interesting relics from the operation in Kowloon, so Alan's interest for Earth has been growing. Anyway, I'm just here to play and have fun. And I'm not the only uninvited guest. Sophia too. I was assigned here by President Hassan after returning to my envoy work.
Is Babylonia okay? Everyone's here.
Zulika said, next vacation might be in who knows how long, so I might as well get everyone in on this. That's what she said.
I see. I mean, she has a point there. Probably.
Well, it's good that we have more people to play with, right? Don't forget about me. Aren't y'all planning to leave me behind? I heard about your vacation from Ririna and I sped it through with the press. Karenina now here in the name of reconstruction inspection.
Karenina stands with her hands planted on her hips, glaring all over. She seems to be searching for someone.
Where's Lucia? Don't think you can hide from me by going on some vacation. We'll settle this once and for all this time. Karen's frame looks a bit different than usual. I hopped over straight from the work site. No time to switch out of this specialized frame. I didn't come on vacation to avoid you. I received a mission telling us to wind down. I see. So it's a contest of who winds down the best, huh? All right then.
Oh, she's so cute. Why is she so cute now?
Whatever it is, and whatever reason you give, you're not getting away this time. Lucia is Lucia. Even if her memory data's gone all wonky, she's still the same Lucia I'm gonna beat.
I don't think Karenina is even listening.
Speaking of, I've been to various ruins, but it's my first time at a water park. We gotta have fun and play in a water park, right? So, how do we do that?
We eat and drink maybe? We walk around maybe? What's your definition of winding down? I think it's eating, drinking, and walking around, and then chilling inside at home. Eat and drink. Only you can do that, right, Commandant? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, our sensory receptors can experience taste too. But it is not accompanied by the human feeling of satiety satiation. So, satiety and pleasure. Like, I don't know, whatever, it's fine. Well, it's still worth exploring this place, I think. Let's see what discoveries lie in store for us. Agreed. Might as well, it's not like we're on an urgent mission right now. A little earlier on the same beach where the Babylonia crowd is playing around. Looking up at the dark sky, reaching one's hand straight out. Knowing not what one yearns for, bearing wishes for some things to come true. Miss Luna. Must be overthinking it. Speak. Miss Alpha is hurting the target and he is moving along the anticipated route. As for me, the hunting grounds are ready. He will have no qualms dying with the funeral we've prepared him. You all know what to do, yes? Obliterate Shome. Shome? Who's that? His death shall deter his savior. Good, do so. Look! It's the beach! A beach that's just like the Hollows! Yo, what's that in the distance? Is that a beach chair? A place like this actually exists in the world. The giant building behind encircles the beach and the sea, A silence takes over. A slightly salty sea breeze blows the whimsical waves at you, causing droplets to fizzle on your face. It reminds you that this is not a hollow movie in Babylonia, but a place that physically exists. And the fine sand beneath your feet too seeps slowly into your tactical boots from your weight, scratching your instep. So this must be what Silica meant by a vacation. I think I'm starting to look forward to it. Yeah. The beach and the sea breeze. It does make one want to wind down. Why do I feel kinda sleepy? Constructs can feel sleepy? Probably an automatic response from our human simulation modules. Commandant, can you help me turn it off? It's a vacation though, Lucia. Don't you plan on relaxing a little? Being seen through, Lucia suddenly begins to feel at a loss. I'm just worried that there might be combat from what happened earlier. You have a point. There! While Lucia was talking, Liv has snuck around to the shallow waters behind Lucia and launched a handful of water at her. You know, I can actually... At first I was gonna say that it was quite unexpected that she would be the one to do that and be a lot more willing to relax and stuff properly. But at the same time, I'm not, mostly because she is the one that had the most social experience, like normal-ish life. Well, not really normal, but at least normal between the three, I suppose. Liv, what are you... I'm doing what they call a water fight back in the Golden Age. Lucia, join me. The two girls step into the shallows and start splashing water at each other. Don't say I didn't warn you to when salt crystallizes in your joints. I'll have to pop them open for maintenance. Lee. Take it easy, and I'm gonna splash you too! Ugh, suit yourselves. With Lucia and Liv in the lead, Sophia and Ayla joined the water fight too. Karenina was the last to join, but she laid waste to the most targets. Nobody had the slightest clue that her bazooka could fire water. How much time has passed before today? You feel like you have been battling for a long, long time. At that thought, you cannot help but look to the side and see Kamui trying to use his big Kamui as a surfboard. Rome is trying to stop Kamui from doing so, but to little success. And look at Kamui now, all drenched. No way big Kamui can float. Speaking of, where is Liv and Lucia? Commandant. You've been lying on the beach for a while. You might catch a cold. I feel pretty okay and comfortable. Why don't you guys join me? The surrounding temperature is indeed quite pleasant. I guess you'll be fine. You hear sand shuffling, like likely Lucia and Liv sitting down beside you. Commandant. Yes? If there comes a day when the battle against the virus is finally over, what will become of you and us? There might be new battles to be fought still. I guess we'll all return to our daily lives. I think it'll be new battles, but not in the sense that, you know, not physical battles, but more of a mental battle. New battles, huh? That honestly makes me a bit mixed up. But no matter where we are or who we serve, I am forever your blade, and this will never change. And we fight so that there will come a day when no one has to anymore. So, Commandant, if the day comes when you don't have to battle anymore, how would you like to live? I think Ayla mentioned that you have potential as an artist. Speaking of, we never really had the opportunity to think about our future, didn't we? No, we didn't. I wonder, what will our future look like? The future? You have no idea. At least your teachers from FOS could not give you an answer about the future. It has taken so long and so many sacrifices for Babylonia to have a chance to fight back this insurmountable odds. To obtain the ultimate victory, Babylonia itself and everyone, this generation and beyond, from Babylonia offer themselves as kindling to humanity. Your sacrifices will only end on the day that the punishing virus no longer threatens humankind. No one speaks of what happens afterwards. Not your teachers, not the president. Not to mention that the things Lucia talked about sound more like the past instead of the future. The unattainable golden age, whenever you think about it. Smile mockingly. Smile wryly. Commandant? You realize you haven't said a word, right? I was just thinking about something funny. But not everyone has Lucia's delicacy. What is it? You do not explain, and Lucia does not ask. But not everyone can read the room. Commandant, what you talking about? I'm sorry, I already told him not to bother you. It's alright. Sometimes I feel like Commandant must be like a grandpa. Like just looking at all these children, these constructs and be like, yeah, you guys are like my children, grandchildren. Okay, maybe that's just me. It's alright. See, Commandant's not gonna fault me. So, that said, I must admit I'm curious about what you're talking about as well. Seemingly drawn to the commotion, others begin to gather near you. Well... What happens after we win? Truly, I have not thought about that. Neither have I. Will Aslan be able to stop if the punishing virus is no longer a threat? The people at Akdalek can then find a piece of fertile land, like Jamila said. They'll build a home again, brick by brick, like their ancestors. There'll be enough food to feed everyone. It'll be so. But can the future really be that nice? No. I'll believe what you said, Commandant. Why is everyone gathering here? I think we're discussing the future. The future? What about it? Aren't you the slow one, bro? We're talking about what happens after the punishing virus is defeated. No one's your bro. After the punishing virus is defeated? That's indeed our goal, but it's true that we haven't really thought about what will happen to us afterward. Right, a natural lifespan means nothing to us constructs anymore. Theoretically, all of us here will live to see that day, except for... You feel like everyone turns to look at you at the same time. Hey, maybe not me, but maybe my future grandchildren, if it ever happens somehow. I don't even know. If, spreading the bloodline or whatever BS that they say that you have to do is important to do. You should probably say something. If only just to make everyone feel better. What? I want to collect my pension alive. Hell yeah, you've been through so much with us, Commandant. I have absolute faith in you. True, the fight on the surface is going well. It's not a dream that we will establish some kind of safe zone. Back to the topic. Let's think about what happens after. Now, as the resident expert on the Golden Age, I'm the most qualified to speak on the future. Oh? That's true. Spit it out already! Do I get endless video games to play when the punishing virus is dealt with? I suppose that's actually true. Considering the output of the game industry during the Golden Age, there will be an infinite number of games available to you, Kamui. And an infinite number of buildings the engineering force has to rebuild, I bet. The future doesn't sound as good all of a sudden. Because you're gonna have jobs. Kamui, stop fooling around. What about you, Lee? What would you be doing? Me? I never really thought about that. I have to pick something. I'd be working toward getting Mireille away from Babylonia duties and that hazardous line of work. Aw, you're a good brother, Lee. But what about you, Lee? That's why I said I never thought about it. I'm content to live to see the day the punishing virus is gone. How about we put our heads together and think of something? Let's do it, Commandant. Sounds fun. Hold on.
Everyone begins to chime in with what weird jobs from the Golden Age Lee should do.
What about doctor? It fits Lee's characters.
I haven't received enough medical training to be any kind of doctor. I'm sure they'll rebuild med schools after the punishing virus is gone.
Perhaps they'll enroll constructs as students.
Oh, that actually might be a good idea. From fighting in a battlefield to saving lives. That doesn't sound that bad when you think of it that way. I mean, it's still emotional turmoil to some degree, but they might do a good job with it because they'll be a lot more calm if they have like someone like a commandant to keep them calm. What do you think?
Why won't he just download the information like how we download battle data? He can do that, sure, but it sounds nice to learn in a classroom, like how we listen to briefings, doesn't it?
It sounds inefficient.
Does that mean you want to find something similar to what you do now, Lee? Be a dual gunner like Cassidy Ross in the Dancing Fishmonger Under the Moon?
That's not a legal career. That's true. Once the threat is gone, I'm sure people will start restoring law alongside order. So count me out of those risky businesses.
Then...
What about an athlete?
I've never thought of that, but it sounds like a perfect match, surprisingly. Indeed, I've read that swimmers in the past would study fluid mechanics for their performances. It sounds like something Lee would consider.
Suddenly, show yourself.
Stop right there!
Almost immediately, Chrome extends his scythe and flings it while Karenina takes out her rocket launcher and bombards the direction where the movement came from. Line formation, start searching! Everyone immediately forms a line, standing 10 meters apart and moving forward searching.
Man, we were trying to figure out Lee's occupation after.
Here, Commandant. You find a large number of disorderly footprints where Lee is pointing. The recesses are also hiding capsules covered in sand. Liv approaches and scans the capsules.
It's vital fluid, but something's wrong. This kind of vital fluid can only be found in early constructs built in the post-pandemic age. But it's been injected with many other substances, so that it's now half as effective as our current one.
A construct?
It seems so.
We should pursue, Commandant. Friend or foe, you cannot just ignore it. Let's move.
Finally, I get to play as this one.
I like that one. The hurried pace, the footprints without a care for direction, the beach decorations that the person must have ran into. These are all signs that the construct under pursuit knows nothing about counter-tracking. For someone to run in so flustered a fashion, they must at the very least be worth chasing. Lee. Here. Take Grey Raven and go up ahead. Chrome. Ready anytime. Strike Hawk will fully cooperate. Take Kamui and circle left. I'll go right. Got it. The vital fluid footprints branch left and right curtly, but then eventually regroup. The regrouped trail tumbles towards the gate of the theme park in the distance. You do not find any signs of battle, or rather this person seems completely incapable of fighting. Lee, report. Humanoid male, Easterner lurking. He stopped at the entrance of the theme park. We're still just monitoring. Should we subdue the target now? Move in. As imagined. Looks like this construct is not only completely oblivious to counter-tracking techniques, but is also heavily wounded. Before prying any information out of his mouth, he will at least require emergency repairs. Everyone surround him. Roger! The person being restrained by Lee is a man wearing a black trench coat. He is restrained, but only so Liv can perform emergency treatment on him. The construct does not seem to be equipped with a functional invert device. Even the frame design seems to be dated, harking back to the designs of Operation Acadia. Could this be dataless technology? But the Purifying Force is out on a mission right now, so it is impossible to confirm with Bianca. Who are you? There is no response, which is expected. Seems like external help might be required to identify this person.
Since this construct's frame screams Operation Acadia period from up to down, someone in Babylonia might know his background. It is still a crapshoot, but it shouldn't hurt to ask. Connect to public channel. Someone might be able to help on Babylonia's public channel. Oh, aren't you folks on a vacation? Never mind. What is it? A little help scanning a construct, Asimov? Sec. What the? How did this frame withstand corrupted attacks? Yeah, it doesn't seem like he can fight. You've piqued my curiosity. Is Liv doing emergency repairs on him? Yes. I'll need Liv's invert device for a short while to run a more comprehensive scan. And got it. It's the Ascension network. He's an Ascendant? That would have been a solid yes in the past, but after that shoe in Kowloon, I can't say for sure that he's the sort of Ascendant we know about. I'm going to need the speaker on your terminal. Go ahead. I know you're listening. I've already found definite traces of Ascension network signals on you. But what is that hidden unknown function installed in your frame? Hidden function? Just kill me. The contents within will self-destruct when I die. Then that Miss Luna will never get it. After all, you're all just expendable underlings like me, yes? I'm not saying a thing. Is this related to that Miss Luna? Cut the act. The people in front of you are the task force of Babylonia, not sent by that Miss Luna you mentioned. You did not prove it. Show unique ID code. Why is Babylonia here? Just happened to be here, really. The mysterious man eyes you strangely, then doubtfully surveys the constructs around him. You people have nothing to do with the Ascendants? Nope. If you are indeed unaffiliated with the Ascendants, then perhaps... Right at that moment, a black figure plummets from above your heads and lands, kicking up a cloud of dust. Ah, man, must be Gabriel or... Spread out! Commandant! Lucia grabs the handle on the back of your exoskeleton armor, then activates the jetpack behind her to carry you out of the billowing dust. The others scatter as the dust clears, and the figure in the center of the dust cloud reveals himself. Ah, of course it's you! It's a familiar face, Roland the Ascendant. He lands between you and the mysterious man who took the blunt of the impact and is knocked down onto the gravel once again. Roland lifts the man handily, then flings him to two corrupted who followed his landing. They immediately pin the man to the ground. Then he turns, he surveys your group on the bench with his usual bemused expression. Hola, amigos! Nothing makes me happier than seeing you all alive and kicking. After all, it would be a shame if you died before I got to destroy you one by one, wouldn't it? You piece of... I don't know what to call you. Indeed, it's me. Why are you the one surprised? Try being me seeing you here for some reason. What are you doing here? No, that's not how it goes. No explanations for you because we, the Ascendants, are the masters, the hosts here today. And the master need not explain to the guests their presence. 'Tis the other way around. The guests are the ones to explain their reason of visit. Cut the crap. Now that you're here, you're never getting away. Oh, you animal! Bad! What a bad house guest you make! I mean, I'm okay with that. How fortunate you are, though. I just have a thing for bad guests. So, let's play a game. I'll have to fight you. Stay here, I'll deal with you later. So he's shown. What do you want? Patience, please. I'll close this off for now. Why don't you try and get past through the front gates first? Kathy 60 D7, open the front gate. Open the front gate. Wonderful. Okay. That was easy. Go, Kathy! Authorization failed? Kathy has no pass. Pass? Could have lost it while being attacked by a rogue comrade. Need to find the pass. Scaling the front gate is dangerous. Then split up and start looking for the pass.
The rest of you go take care of the corrupted brought by Roland.
And the rebel, a rogue comrade, jumped out and attacked Kathy. Couldn't jump the pass there.
Okay.
Let's try there.
No sign of it on the rubble. If it has fallen through a crack, we'll attack it. Corrupted hiding in the rubble, huh? I was stuck for a second. Go! Oh yeah, attack. Is this the pass? Let's take it back and have that robot take a look.
Thank you. Kathy 6037 will open the gate now. I think that's what they said because I didn't get to read it.
That is so fast. Oh well, I guess it can't be helped, but still. The gates are open. That Roland has connected to a high voltage device to the gate. If we tried to destroy or go over it earlier, we'd probably be burned to a crisp. Bravo! Bravo! Ignoring your heavy advances, Roland claps in amusement. A splendid performance, film installed back in Popan. You'd all be drowning in cash. Oh, put on a smile. You just cleared the first stage, you know. I don't know what you're up to, but we will definitely stop you. Roland raises his hand and is about to speak when suddenly the mysterious man behind him breaks free from his corrupted restrainers. He bolts and flees inside the theme park. Wait! Even with Liv's emergency treatment, it is still quite a mystery as to how such a heavily damaged construct can run so fast. Before anyone can stop him, he has already run into the theme park along the route the corrupted came from. Very well, very well. This showman just has to show me. But no matter, bad children get their punishing sooner or later. Or perhaps to say it the golden age way, a burnt child dreads the fire. Right now though, you folks are the main dish. Ah, thank you. I totally wanted to be the main dish, right everyone? Right? Hard to say who's the main dish here. Oh yes, reminds me, you people did beat me quite a number of times. Which is why, strictly speaking, I'm not the actually one to take care of you people. Hola, my big sword boy. Me? Ah, such a good boy you are. You've always been so good. Nope, not listening to a word from you. What's with that look? There must be a grievous misunderstanding. I'm not talking to you. My words are addressed to you. Huh? What are you trying to spout? Kamui, stay back. Finally realizing what's going on, but too late. Anzus. Roland utters the foreign syllables softly, soundless to the point that you only see his lips parting. But in the communication channel, his words echo, amplifying and drowning out every frequency the sound reverberates until the syllables themselves become indiscernible. The signal did cause certain interference for the constructs, but not enough. They're still holding their weapons tightly. Except Kamui. What are you saying? Still in bed? Sleepyheads don't go tall and strong. Anzus. Roland repeats the word. Double signal bounces and rebounces, echoing, distorting, morphing into a horrible whine. This is... What the heck is the signal you're picking up? That's malicious code hitting inside. Stop listening to it! First falls the greatsword, then the person. Kamui collapses in front of you all. Kamui! Protect him! Got it. Lee pulls the trigger and empties the magazine of both his guns, temporarily forcing Roland to take a step back. Now! Lucy and Chrome, who are closest, halt Kamui and run. You barely dodge the sudden change of explosions around you and hop out of Roland's attack range. You rodents sure can run.
But I'm the least of your worries. Kamui, Kamui! Kamui's eyes are still open. Just from his expression, he looks perfectly normal. Except for that fact that he is lying straight on the ground motionless. When Chrome and Lucia were carrying him away, he was also as stiff and motionless as the log. How's Kamui doing? Chrome turns to look at you and shakes his head. Let's get Asimov to take a look. Liv and my scans aren't telling us anything conclusive. I'm still here. I need a support type frame to be my gateway. I'll do. There's a spare data port in the storage space of Kamui's clavicle. Link your inver device there. It takes you a while to feel out the clavicle from under Kamui's thick clothes, but you manage to find the port. Kamui's data port has been accessed. Okay, floor's mine now, I guess. Well, we have quite the situation on our hands. Nothing wrong with Kamui. This bloke's consciousness has simply been sealed in his mind. What? Simply put, you can't access his mind, whether through hardware or software. The guy's consciousness is completely standalone now. Which also means that Kamui's consciousness cannot access his body, so his frame is frozen in the state right before he got closed off. How did Roland do that? Good question about this. Because they really don't explain. Not sure, might be some new tech they gleaned off of that Hooshu from Kowloon. If you don't bring it back to Babylonia for emergency treatment, his frame won't just be useless, but the stability of his consciousness will also be jeopardized. Stability jeopardized? Stability jeopardized? Didn't you learn this in the FOS course? If a consciousness remains isolated from other countries, individuals, or other conscious individuals for an extended period of time, they thought their model security deteriorates. The self crumbles. The self crumbles, eventually becoming nothing. That can't be good. We need a transport craft right now. As Korn begins calling for a transport fleet from Babylonia, Kamui stirs awake. What are you doing? As Chrome begins calling for a transport fleet from Babylonia, Kamui stirs awake. You people. Kamui hops and takes on a combat stance in one motion, wielding his greatsword and pointing it at you. What's going on? Why is my mind projection looking like this? Well, not like it matters. Fighting are all the same. Something is not right. You have a feeling that this Kamui in front of you is not the Kamui you know. Where is Kamui? I should be the one asking you. Where has Kamui gone? Why can't I talk to him? Could it be? Quite likely. You must be Kamui, right? You aren't fire spawn embodiments? We are real as it can be. I know it's hard to believe. Kamui freezes with his great sword still raised. He seems to have noticed his appearance. What's going on here? After spacing out shortly, Kamui swerves his greatsword, pointing it at you and the others. Explain. You can ask for explanation and help without being like that. It's a long story. Then make it short. So I'm stuck in this state because of that Roland incident? Because of that Roland? That's right. And if we don't get this fixed in time, Kamui's consciousness might disappear? At least according to Asimov. I'm not going back to Babylonia and letting that gloomy nerd experiment on you. On me. Looks like there's only one choice left. Are you gonna try and eliminate the enemy? Well, when you just said he's a pushover anyways. If I could just... Kamui or Kamu trembles and spasms. His greatsword gives a dull thud as it falls on the bench. This slide is horrible. Kamui or Kamu trembles and spams. No, it's not spams. Kamui or Kamu trembles and spasms. There we go. We're getting it. His great sword gives a dull thud as it falls on the beach.
Branch. What am I saying? Branch. Bench. Bench. Branch. Beach.
Kamu's body tenses as if trying to resist something. Vizier. Commandant, be careful! Like a spring rain being collected, Kamu's body shoots out like an arrow. With his great sword in hand, he cuts a wide sweep aside. If it were not for Karenina pushing you to the ground, the blade would have slit your throat. Oh my gosh. Imagery. Commandant!
The viral density near Kamui's frame is rising rapidly. He needs emergency buffers now.
So he's not listening. Then we should have to do it the hard way. Karenina swings her bazooka to deter the advances of Kamu. Using the explosion thrust of the bazooka, she forcefully knocks Kamu over and buries him into the soft sand. Live now! Liv and Lucia combine efforts to pin Kamu's upper body before he comes to. Kamu's flailing limbs send spurts of sand flying. Seeing an opening, Liv hurriedly links a primed buffer to the back of Kamu's neck.
Mine buffer at max output.
Whoa, what happened? Just now.
I limited your power output to 5% of your original thought through a buffer. We'll try to figure out a solution before the buffer fails.
No, what I want to know is why did I suddenly take over Kamui's body, and why is it this body getting out of control in my hands?
The energy control system in your body isn't functioning properly, likely because the link of your frame is severed. I can't perform high precision repairs alone. We might need help with Babylonia.
Once again, Asimov time. What is it this time? I just went for a coffee break and you go in trouble again? Cut the crap, just tell me what to do! That's Kamui, how did he wake up? He woke up on his own somehow. It's not Kamui that woke up. In that case, nice to meet you. Let's do it away with greetings. Never liked them. I'm just trying to be nice, but because I'll be taking a spin in your mind next. What? Yep, literally everything. I have no idea what you're spouting, but you're doing a real good job of pissing me off. If you find it weird or have questions, I can give you a short primer. Fine, guess I can crush that comms terminal after I hear you explain. Oh, Onion is the best. Onions of characters, that is. Where the more you peel them, the more entertaining they are as characters and as people. It's just great. Also, this will probably be the last one for today, since I realized the previous one was a bit long in comparison to what I was trying to do. I was trying to do an hour and a half, so today's will be probably close to an hour. Okay, then I'll begin. As you should already know, the mind is a system designed to maintain human consciousness for constructs. And for some reason, someone added in a set of general purpose computer, terminals to the virtual human brain neural array structure. Wait, I think I was that very someone. Well, whatever. You don't even remember what you made. Understandable. In a nutshell, if the mind can't find the corresponding solutions, error library, the GPC part will endlessly try to open a door that doesn't exist, because it only remembers that door. Even if you, the owner, have moved it away from home, kicked it, or if your head banging to heavy metal, it'll still keep looking for you. And sure, it'll keep looking for the designated doorway until it finds out. So what's that got to do with me? If you're just another average construct, then it wouldn't matter because you're not. Your signals are a hodgepodge, but there are characteristic signals of the Ascension network in your inver device echoes. This means that even though you're not an Ascendant, you're still pretty similar to one. Based on Ririna's description of the situation earlier, I have decided to classify these Ascendant-like beings with special characteristics like you as Transcendents. Ascendants and Transcendents. Transcendent? Yes, a transcendent. Because of the ascendant nature of Kamui from what you have described and the in-between state of them being on the other parts of a construct, but not to the point of being an ascendant. For now we all know is that game. It's hard to see sometimes when the shirt is white and the text is white. For now, all we know is that Kamui's transcendence is the work of Roller. Roller? He's a rollerblade. No, I probably accidentally said that because I was thinking of the figure skating that I did recently. But is the work of Roland. Roland has granted him ascendant characteristics somehow. Comparing it with the previous cases, we can see that Kamui's case bears a high degree of similarity to the Kowloon leader Chu. And Kamui's appearance has essentially confirmed by a hypothesis I reached with President Hassan before. There are more ascendants than the ones we know of. They are more likely ascendants with other purposes in mind, or even ascendants who are willing to work with us. I seem to have gone off topic. Let's continue. No, keep going. I love that word, bitch. That was a lot of lore right there. Let's return to the door metaphor. Kamui, you're the one who moves houses. Agreed. Making the control system in your body unable to find the door home. Yes, agreed. So that is what happened. If you're indeed the Kamui from the chrono data I have, you have transferred to the IoT terminal ownership to Kamui in the past to let him take damages. In other words, your consciousness does not have the authority to access or use most of the terminals on this frame. Action mode terminals keep no blocks or no locks. You feed them any signals and they'll move, but your energy-related terminals require an additional plugin and authentication. When the super user consciousness is used as a lockdown for some reason, other consciousnesses can do nothing about this energy support system going out of place. Just tell me the solution. Return to Babylonia for maintenance and repairs. We'll complete separating you from Kamui and plug your consciousness for another frame. Of course, because of the unknown factor of tenebrium, even if we separate you from Kamui, we can't guarantee that Kamui will recover. But this should be able to bury both of you on the list. Time to solve the problems, at least. That's nice of you, I suppose. Ririna, before you went on your vacation, I remember giving you a special tech prototype. It's a little something I made after getting ideas from the callers on the Nighter. It's essentially a necklace-sized remote connection pod. What are you waiting for? Finding it weird that it's so small? Hurry up and whip it out. Put it on and then I'll explain. Okay, caught the signal. Kamui, I want you to get close to Ririna as you can. And walks over with a doubtful expression. Liv, how long can the buffer last?
The effect will start to fade after 10 minutes.
More than enough for me to redirect the gateway. Okay, beginning access. A little warning, it might tickle. Okay, I'm in. What's with this visual interface? Oh, never mind. Kamui, your energy output should be back to normal. You can try, well, at least try moving around a little. Where am I? Oh, forgot about you. It's okay. You're now seeing the visual interpretation of Kamui's mind. In other words, Kamui's cognition. Too much trouble rewriting a visual interface for a transcendent. Kamui will be the only one doing the fighting anyways, not you. So I redirected my thoughts to his mind instead of the frame. You'll be fine as long as you have access to the energy modules and technical authority, which is why I'm keeping everything simple. Transcendence may require a completely different system. At the root level, it might take some time to create a full set of compatible terminals. The frame will also have to be redesigned the way Nicola intended. I just tried it out. Everything's going smooth. Guess you do know your cogs and gears, eh? Okay, then it's sorted. You can stop worrying about the small stuff. I'll provide Ririna with the signal reference for visual support. You should head towards Roland with the others. I found traces of his signal a little further ahead of you. Looks like he's still keeping a close eye on your condition. Let me get this straight. I still don't fully trust you. To get Kamui back to normal, I'll leave my half in your hands for now. Oh my, who do we have here? Such a bad boy, squirming through the filtering this way. Did you know most converted constructs become zealots of hatred and despair when those emotions merely amplified by the filtering? Of course, past that point of no return, it's a fare thee well to their souls. Whatever, just tell me how to get Kamui back. As the true master of your mind, is that all you want? How revolting. Did that phantom of a Kamui weave some dream so sweet that you can't pull yourself out of? I'm not here to make small talk. I'm stuck here in this outdated frame just to make you spit out what I want. I'm mad, so prepare to pay. Got it? My hero, looks like he truly did escape the trial in some way. Humans and you lesser than human thing, you're all the same. The network chose you, but you always let the network down. Fine, come on. Time for a good whipping, my bad boy. After all, it's the teacher's responsibility when a vile little rascal doesn't grow into a proper functional human being. Actually, that's not the teacher's. I mean, discipline and stuff shouldn't always be the teacher's job. It's also the parents' job too. Heck yeah. Another naughty one trespasses in here? Very well then, let the games begin. Nice work, let's move on to the next puzzle. There's only one here that stands out from the rest. Okay. I can't tell. Oh, that's a shame. You need to have your eyes checked. Yeah, I know. Okay, now with 2, it's much easier. Oh, what is it? Oh, wait. I don't remember what color was the original. Well, that wasn't so hard, was it? Yes, it was. Keep walking, the final challenge lies ahead. Ah, no, I have to beat him for sure. And finally, let me test your skills once more. Heck yeah! Dun, dun, dun! Yay! Ooh! Kamui roars angrily, launching heavy blows at Roland with the great sword in his hand. Huh! Thought you could only bark like some rabid dog. Turns out you could bite. Roland grits his teeth to fend off another blow from Kamui, but his stance is getting unsteady, even beginning to tilt back uncontrollably. Turn this frame back to what it was now! Roland draws his shotgun to fire 6 shots at Kamui's face, then uses the opening to leap backwards. Well, looks like you'll be quite the hassle to euthanize. Whatever, it's you or me. Kamui's about to swing his great sword at Roland's face when dull mechanical thumps and a synthesized voice rings out from behind Roland. Warning, intrusion detected in the underground area. Oh, looks like our actual main dish is on that stage now. Playtime's over, you'll have to excuse me. Anna, and Zus. Just like earlier, Roland's whisper seems to be doing a number on Kamui's hearing modules, causing great difficulty for Kamui to even raise his great sword. Roland, you stinky! You, my child. You'll understand one day. In the end, you will walk the same path. Just you wait. Let's see how long you can keep barking like that. Roland turns away from the incapacitated Kamui and exits. Leaving only Kamui now leaning on his greatsword, barely standing on his feet. Yay! We did it! Wow, this is a lot longer than I expected. I thought I would get through halfway at this point, but then again, it did take me around 2 hours and a half to finish the second half of chapter 12. So I guess this one might take, well, there's this 1 hour and 30-minute one, and then the next one will hopefully finish EX01, and then maybe we can get started with the interludes after. At least that's my hope. But I guess the EX, the extra stories, and the interludes are going to get longer and longer. I think that's what people have told me. So they might end up just getting their own video if that ends up being the case, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, my kids, what do you think of today's progress? We managed to get through the first 5 nodes. I could call it that, nodes. Let's just call it that. We went through the first 5 nodes for the EX01 Grand Blue. I really enjoyed the beginning of where we get to go on vacation and stuff, but it was kind of a little sad that, it's never going to be a normal vacation, but at the same time it makes sense because, they need story. They need something to happen. But so far I'm enjoying it, so I think I'm pretty excited to see more about Shom, I think that was his name, and what secrets he's hiding. That's something I'm really curious about, but we obviously didn't get that far enough to know what it is. But either way, I'm really excited to read more of the story and play more. I do enjoy playing it without the live chat, mostly because I won't get distracted as much and I could just engage in the story as it is without having to have my attention spread out in multiple things. So it's very pleasant experience playing the game like this. And I hope it'll be a pleasant experience for you who is watching it too. Mostly because there is no live chat, which means there's no way I'm gonna get spoiled unless someone decides to spoil it in the comments. But that's just something I was thinking about lately as I was recording this. In any case, let's etch this into our memory and keep it safe. And as always, formally inviting you to my next tea party. So, yes, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. Who's that? This was Ririna. So until the next one then, bye.